try again. We're focusing on the this is called the contest with Pharaoh, all right? And I'm doing parallel between Moses' life and our life today, all right? And his confrontation with Pharaoh and how we can overcome the devil, all right? Our focus here is on Exodus chapter 3. All right, we look at a lot of parallels between Moses and the one they called Yeshua. All right, Moses had humble beginnings. Yeshua had humble beginnings. All right. Oh, Moses, in life, fled from Egypt and went back to Israel. During the birth, Yeshua fled Israel and had to go to Egypt. There's so many phenomenal things that I could connect with. All right, that it's phenomenal. Any Bible scholar or anybody who's in it should do a parallel as to all the similarities between Moshe, all right, or Moses, as the Christian people call him, and Yeshua. But anyway, that's not the topic of the day. It's just a little background information that is very fascinating. We have in chapter 3, verse 9, he says, "And now behold, the cry of the son of Israel has come to me. Furthermore, I have seen the oppression which is made, which the Egyptians are oppressing them. Therefore come now, and I will send you to Pharaoh, so that you may bring my people, the sons of Israel, out of Egypt." But Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to this Pharaoh, that I should bring the sons of Israel out of Egypt?" And he said, "Certainly I will be with you." This is God speaking. And he said, "Certainly I will be with you. This shall be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall worship God at this mountain." Then Moses said to God, "Behold, I am going to the sons of Israel, and I shall say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you. Now they may say to me, Who is this? What is his name? What shall I say to him?" And God said to Moses, "I am who I am." He said, "Thus you will say to the sons of Israel, I am has sent you." All right. The first aspect we look is I am who I am. All right. We're not God. God is God. All right. Somebody once asked me, what do they mean by God is God and I am not God? Well, simply that. God is God. All right. You are not God. I am not God. Nobody's God. Just God is God. We can't be God. We don't make the rules and regulations. God does. All right. Uh, but in Middle Eastern tradition, you put a name on something or a person, you own it. It's your ownership, all right? I say computer, it's my computer, all right? Is my monitor. These things I bought through my possessions. It has a name on it, all right? But the make of the monitor says IBM, so it is an IBM monitor. My computer is a AMD processor. I don't know what the brand. Oh, it's a Compaq. All right, so it's a Compaq computer. It's Compaq's computer. Right, it has their logo on it. It is their name. It has been manufactured to their specs. It hasn't been made to my specs. I just use it to doing this silly recording in the daytime. And then I use another computer, upload it, and put it on the internet. But these things don't belong to me. These sites don't belong to me. All right, they belong to somebody else. The name will bear on who it is. You got your name from your parents for ownership. This is my son, Daniel. All right, or Jack, or Fred, or Peter, whatever your name is. Your parents gave it to you, but really, in reality, it came to them in the middle of the night. They whispered, if it's a boy, you're going to call him such and such. If it's a girl, you're going to call him such and such. And God knows who you are, all right? You knew you were male or you were female. And one day they woke up and said, "Oh, I'm going to call this Miriam. Miriam. Hey, how do you like Mary? I like Mary. Let's call her Mary, all right? Or Sally, or Sue, or whatever, you know." But God whispered it in your ear. He called you by your name before you were born. So you had your name before your parents did, all right? And all God had to do was place it in their mind so they would understand, and they would call you by the same name. Your father knew you before you were birthed. Now, when we go out, we need the authority, and Moses is asking, what, it's a valid question. Who are you? Who's this God that I serve? All right, and we've invented all the names. Now, if you go back down to the original of Genesis 1:1, you find that it is Elohim. All right, and upon the cross, Yeshua cries out, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which is translated as to mean, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But at the same time, if he was truly the Son of God, would he not know his name? Eloi, Elohim. All right, so it makes it wonder. There are those which are over Yahweh and Jehovah and Jehovah and all this other stuff. All right, God says, "I am who I am." All right, we don't have to put the name on him. That is why we use the tetragram. All right, and that is also why Jewish people call him Hashem, or the name. All right, I am who I am. He is who he is, and he's going to be for the moment. For one moment, he was the multi-breasted one, and another time he was the all-empowering one and the almighty one. All right, he took on the role of what he wanted to be in people's life. What we called him was not of importance, because it is he that called us into this world. We did not call him. It is he that chose us in this world. It was not us who chose him. So each and every situation, each and every circumstance is exactly what it is, all right? And we have to be able to understand it in Yeshua's name. So anyway, that's the lesson for the day. It was short and sweet and to the point. I hope it was enlightening for you. This is a series, and there'll be more following. Until next time, this is Bethesda Live. This is Rabbi Daniel, and may God be with you. Yes, we changed the name. It's no longer Abby Rabbi Show. It's now Bethesda Live. All right, and the reason being is that the Abby Rabbi Show won't be in Abbotsford for too much longer. All right, there's several things in the work, and we're on the move. So our time here in Abbotsford is coming to an end. So keep us in prayer. All right, and because of it, it was just simply, rather than just call it, Toronto Rabbi and other names, it just simply, let's go back to the original ministry name. And so therefore it's become now Bethesda Live. Until next week, this is Daniel. All right, in the next show, in the next segment, saying shalom.